Let's have a look at a concrete example. So you might be, so everybody who drives a car is familiar with how the interior light in a car works. You open a door and the light goes on. You close all the doors, light goes off. You might have an additional switch maybe at the light itself where you can keep it on permanently. Let's start with this as a very simple logic. This is the example we will be using from now on, and we will also use this example in all the following chapters where we will look at the different aspects of AUTOSAR. So if we break down such a simple functionality, we can break it down into different sub-functionalities. So for example, let's say we have a car with two doors. What do we need? Well, first we need to detect whether or not the light shall be on. So we need some kind of sensor. Actually, we need multiple sensors. We need one for the right door. We need one for the left door to find out if one of those doors is open. And we need an additional sensor in the form of a switch to decide whether or not the driver wants to keep the light on permanently. Now, the doors, already established this, can be or connected. So meaning if either one of those doors is open, then the light shall be on. So we can maybe take this information and already aggregate it into a single point of information. And this information, along with the information from the switch, we can now give to some kind of regulator of control algorithm. In this case, we name this now dimmer. And the dimmer is the module, the high-level module that now takes all the input information coming from the sensors and derives from this a state that we want the light to be in. And this state is then forwarded to our actuator component. In this case, our actuator is our light. This is a very simple functionality, but a very simple example, but it's perfectly sufficient for us to explain and have a look now at the different aspects of how we can do or we can implement something like this in AUTOSAR. Now, you can see we already have these components and we have communication in between them. Let's take all those components, flatten them out, and flatten out the communication.